Welcome back, everyone. So I came back from a nice weekend in Paris, but the problem now is that I don't exactly remember where I ended up last time, and I didn't take notes. So sorry about that. And there was work too, so it got completely lost in the fog. So I'm just gonna see the journal that could help. The last time I remember there was a thief, if I understood correctly, that I need to look out for, and I decided to let her go. Just speak with Rune and Jenna. Oh yeah, I didn't do that. The bumps in the night. Yeah. That's still the same quest. I wanted to talk to the people of where am I? What is this spectral call? The villa. Yeah. Because I'm low on money. It's a bit better, but yeah, it's not enough to keep going.
Hello there.
The fat merchant begins to pat himself down as you approach, while looking around his wide collection of goods.
Yes, this way! Come on now! Come and see my fine collection of gear. Swords, armor, and perhaps a pair of boots? I can sell what you need at a low price.
Show me your collection. Okay. Oh, it has interesting stuff, but yeah, too expensive for me. In a box I have this birdseed. Oh, he's selling birdseed too. Good to know. Okay, still don't know your name though. Oh, hello. What? Huh? Almraiven? What? Where did he come from? Is he a ghost or something? Okay. Creepy. Yeah, maybe it's just because the spectral skull is not too far away. It's the first time I've seen this. This is okay. Anyway.
What? Hello?
The tattoo on his chest of his human male glistens in the light, and his eyes sparkle as you approach him.
Hello there, Bitsane. Fine-looking lassie in the eyes of old. I've been Falas, sailor of the open sea. And what should I be calling ye, aye?
Morwenna.
Well then, wave scripts and wind strong, I greet ye. Been a pleasure then, Morwenna. So then, what can old Falas be getting you on this day?
Do you live here?
Aye, mate. Being that I do. Ain't been much I be staying, but it been home for many months now. Sailing the high sea ain't being what I've thought it been. But I've been getting on Falas wrong and all. Been plenty of adventures and tales being told at sea, I be saying, even when the ship is sinking.
How did your ship sink?
Blasted by that Terran be sailing the grandest ship in all the sea, straight for the rock of Buckle Bay, hull bucked like parchment. Ain't being called Buckle Bay for nothing there, Morwenna. All plunder's been at the bottom of the sea due to that blind-eyed Terran. Blast of water be waking me up from his deep slumber, as wood and nail be torn away, to be thinking that be switching me shift with blind-eyed Terran too. Good old fellas and be sailing the grandest ship to Buckle Bay that night. Blasted fool I been. Be sitting in a tropical island of the warhead coast right now, but...
Falas takes a deep breath and shakes his head slowly from side to side.
It just ain't to be. Still, I be counting me blessings for I still be breathing, aye. As long as I be having breath in me lungs, blind and Terran be cursed till the day I be joining them.
What's the tattoo all about? Falas lowers his voice and moves closer to you before he answers your question. His fingers trace over the edges of the tattoo, and it shimmers like the sun on open water.
Been crafted by a fine lass, I be saying, on summer morning in a place called Isho, being deep in the jungle of Chilt. Be paying a chest full of pearls for the beauty. Ain't much to some, but Be saving me life when that bastard blind-eyed tyrant sank my ship. Been saying, listening while I've been saying. What I've been told by the fine lass that it been magical. Aye, the wave of a witch be touching me soul with his art on me chest. She'd be telling me how I've been washed up on shore, me skin picked out by the creatures of the sea, and being dead. Been visions she'd be having, see? She'd be telling me even what should be drawn on me chest by having the power to be saving me life, by giving fellas this life of breath in deep in sea, and breath should be given me. Ain't been finding anyone would be having such vision again, and the vision being right. When blasted blind-eyed tyrants sailed into Buckle Bay, me ship be lost. As she sunk, I be holding in breath, trying to be tearing the door into me cabin away, trying to escape up to the deck. Being a strong burn in me lungs, see? Being dead, me tattoo glowed, and me last breath being full of salt water, I thinking I'd be done for. Being a strange feeling, breathing water for the first time, and I'd be spending a few days looking for me home, but I ain't be finding any of it.
Fellas folds his arms over his chest and walks while he gives his tattoo a hug.
I ain't ever been eating again, but I be knowing if and when I do, my last breath ain't going to be in the water high.
Okay. Nice pirate story. Have I been there before? I don't think so. Runner's shop. Oh yeah, I've been there. I've also been to the diving... Nope. I never went to the Diving Dolphin. And here's the Diving Dolphin. Well, she's a waitress, she's not gonna talk to me.
Oi, what can I get ya?
The human male that resides behind the bar is busy placing empty bottles in a wooden chest. He turns and faces you when he realizes you're standing around waiting for him.
Sorry about lass, just putting a few bottles in the storage bin. Didn't mean to keep you waiting. What can I get you?
I'm looking for work.
Are you now, lass? Well, Dwayne does a wonderful job on the floor taking orders and keeping the customers happy. I've got nothing else to offer you there, lass, so I guess you'll have to look elsewhere for work. Sorry to say.
What is your name?
Well then, lass, most folks tell me Vart, which is short of Vartlog. A strange name, I know. That's why I prefer the name Vart, although it's not much better.
How long has this place been around?
You've got me, lass. It's obviously been around longer than I have, for it was already there when I took ownership of the place. No doubt bit a lot of time this particular ward was built, or perhaps after based on the need of those who live here. Can't really say. No one has ever told me otherwise.
Okay. Well, there's nothing interesting to do here. I can talk to the dog, sadly. I can try talking to her.
No business to you.
Even as you approach this human female, the flies that rest on her bare skin seems to fly towards you, landing where they can. She isn't even making an effort to remove the flies that swarm their flesh. The thick smell of garbage, sewage and urine complete this human female. A crackling voice breaks through the sound of buzzing flies. Yes? What's your name? Flies dart around wildly as the human female shakes her head. An entire swarm seems to have been nesting in her hair. Cobra is my name, lass. You must stand so close. I wouldn't want you to catch anything, for you are too fair for sickness to touch. Where are you from? Cobra coughs heavily and spits out a flame gathered from the depths of his throat. I'm around this spot. Almraiven, to be exact. Born on the streets, raised from the streets by other orphans such as myself. Never knew my birth mother or father, and I don't care to. They abandoned me, left me to die in an alley covered with garbage. The street side happened to come across, and it's the street side that has been my family for as long as I can remember. Okay. What else is there? Apparently not much. Oh, I can talk to these two. The end of the orange beard suddenly colored inwards as you draw near. Dark-colored eyes watch you closely, and the look in those eyes is not very welcoming at all. Can't deceive his fine lass is my comfort, not yours, lass. Perhaps the lass can decide that for herself. Fingers from the crying female brush across your skin, and her eyes seems to smile from behind the tears she shed. The soft voice swirls from her lips while her hand stops and rests on your wrist. It is not like those of Almraiven to be so open and kind as you, lass, and Brynlo was only being protective of my privacy. My name is Rilari, and the homes I own on the southern district of Bloom Avenue was brought me to. I've lost much of my personal savings, as well as memories that can never be replaced. Brynlo grumbles under his breath, and his knuckles cracked as he curls his finger into fists. Blasted guild war! The malevolent tricksters and the shattered partner get behind the robbery of your home, Rilari. The tough war is getting out of hand, and the commoner is paying the price for attacking, theft, and killings. No dwarf would dare to do such a thing to their neighbor. Rilari sits quietly, a watery eyes watching you and Brynlo. Tell me about this tough war. Brynlo shifts his weight on the bench and begins to play with the curls of his beard. Both girls have been at the throat of the other for far too long, killing and stealing members for the past few years. The full force of the turf war is happening in the Emerald Ward, where power from one guild to the other has shifted month to month and week to week. Homes are being broken into, items stolen, and walls stacked by each guild to mark their territory and claim to the ward. Shop owners, fearful of their lives, have already begun to pay one guild or the other for protection, sometimes both, which is starting to raise prices of goods within the Emerald Ward. Just one big mess to me. Costs a lot of dinars who lives on Rune Avenue. Certainly does. Many of the homes there are from a much earlier time. Most were built with secret passages that lead to deeper parts of the city. There's a big one there, nice front porch, stone steep, that have not even seen the touch of time. That's some fine craftwork on that home. Brynlo taps the brick behind him and shakes his head. See, there's a stone that was put here by another. Those stairs on Bloom Avenue are carved from the very rock itself. There are passages below, I'm sure of it. Is there anything I can do? Rilari shakes her head from side to side, which causes her head to get struck to his cheek. With a free hand, she brushes the hair back around her ears. Most likely not. My personal savings are already in the pocket of another, already being used to buy goods in the city. Dinars are all the same, no matter who has them. My childhood collections would be easy to spot if someone was selling them on the street. Aha! I have a list of objects to look out for. What's this collection you speak of? Just a pair of earrings that my mother once wore long ago, a hand mirror from when I was a little girl, and a clock passed on from one generation to the next. I'm afraid it would take me a long time to locate them in the high number of vendors in Almraiven, and even then I may never find them at all. You know I've been looking with Rilari, and taking a few of my friends who work in the logging docks. I also know a fellow dwarf in a foreman's trading company who asked to keep an eye out for a belonging. Thank you, Brynlo. You've been nothing but kind to me since we met. Lass, if you do come across one of all of my items, you can find me at the Diving Dolphin during the evening. Okay. I have a quest. And she has a lot of money. Here. I think I've talked to her. Oh, there's a lot of people around. Okay. Black eyes watch you approach, and the half-orc female shifts her weight slightly, getting more comfortable in the position he's sitting in. Many scars, pockmarks and wrinkles cover the surface of his skin, but it is her face that seems to have taken the full force of the deformation.
You smell like human shields. Yours look like human shields. Why does just one push me?
The Elfog female grunts and shrugs at the same time. What is your name?
Name is Wakta. What is yours?
Morwenna.
Just having such a name, you're strong like in Wakta. Look like reaching Josh Morwenna.
Wakta pumps her left shoulder with his right fist 2 times and smiles with rotten-toothed grin of twisted and jagged teeth. Where are you from? Wakta points to the east, and her pointed fingers right into the hair, while her free hand makes a faraway look just above her eyes.
Longing word from big city crossing lands of the star took dark forms. Damsel on shore to Kota Wakta forms. Wakta, Kota.
I want to ask this, but it's not polite. What happened to your face? Wakta lifts her head up even higher, proud of her facial markings, turning her head left and right to show you every scar, pockmark and wrinkle.
Brings battle of the gods in place of the Shah. Brings against dark scums of ears hurt and Swiss swords. Fight victory for Kota and Wakta.
Elfog female grunts and shrugs at the same time. Okay. I can't talk to her right now. I'm talking to her. A calm suddenly washes over you as you approach this human female, and her eyes pierce right through when she looks at you. You are astounded you are not from around here. Do not worry, stranger, for I am a visitor to Almraiven as well. My name is Annex. I was wondering if you met a young child by the name of Darwin. She has earthborn hair and magenta-colored eyes. She did not return from a shopping run yesterday. No one here seems to have recalled seeing her. I'm not sure what else to do. How old is Darwin? Annex begins to count the fingers in one hand, then the other until all 10 fingers have been counted. Daha just turned 11 a few months back, but she has matured well beyond her years. Where was Darwin shopping? Over at Erbolo, around the back alley up the street. She wanted to pick up some bottles of spice for her grandmother, and we were on our way to meet her. I did not think that she would have any problems in the middle of the day, so I gave her some dinners and let her go alone. The amount of children I have seen in the street, I did not think anything of it. I knew I should have accompanied her. What was Warren doing? Annex whispers softly to herself whilst closing her eyes. She nods a few times before answering your question. An old pair of muddy leather shoes, wedding pink shorts, and a light purple top. She also answers to the nickname Dar, as well as her full name Dwarvian. Have you talked to the owner? Yes, it's the first thing I did when Dar did not return. The owner claimed she entered the store, bought a few things and left shortly after. What time did Warren start shopping? She must have headed for the villa about 2 hours after I knew. I made it very clear she buys the spices at Herbalo and comes straight back. I'm sorry, I have not seen her. I'm not sure if I ever will myself. Her grandmother is going to be furious with me if I lost her. Pardon, lass, but I'm staying at the Everburning Log on Austria Lane. If by chance you come across her, could you let her know that Annex is looking for her? I'm worried sick to my stomach just thinking of what may have become of her. If I remember, this quest is a bit complicated. We now have 2 quests actually. Childhood memories. It's looking for 3 objects. And finding a missing child. Speaking of object, maybe he can sell some.
Hello there.
That's it, hemp rope. Hemp rope. No. Okay. That would have been too easy. Ah. Like a gnome and human. The gnome man looks at you while brushing his beard with his only hand. His entire left arm gone, and only a stump remains near his shoulder. His bright-colored clothing is a layer of green and cyan. Clothing seems to be quite comfortable wearing despite the colors. Well, being fine, lad. Don't be worried, for I can't be doing much harm with only one arm. What can I do for you? What is your name? Hekin is my name. And what is yours? Morwenna. A fine pleasure to meet you, Morwenna. What can I do for you? Tell me about yourself. Most certainly. As you can see, I'm a gnome, but I was not born here in Almraiven. I come from Iltmong, a city across the shining sea. I had taken a job working a ship that sailed the waters, visiting other places that my fate could never have taken me. When I first saw Almraiven from the harbour, it took my breath away. The range of colours, clothing, and the warm weather had me hooked. I've been here ever since. What happened to your arm? Ripped off by the evil that lurks in the shadows at night. It was this darkness that attacked me one night on my way home. It surrounded me and lashed out at me with black tentacles. I swear the truth. One of those black tentacles wrapped around my arms and tore it right out of its socket. I thought for sure I was doomed to feel the rest of my body get torn apart, but I think I had a bit of timorous luck that evening indeed. See, I still had the torch, and a new tiny tinderbox on me, and I purchased earlier in the day. With this darkness surrounding me, I sparked the torch just as my left arm was taken from me, and the flames from the torch seemed to do the trick. I happened to notice the black tentacles, and the darkness surrounding me began to retreat back a short distance. That's when I started to swing the torch in front of me, like a wild madman, until I made a path for myself to run through. I hadn't to that torch while I ran all the way home, and now I never leave home without one, which is when I'm able to sneak away at night without my wife taking notice. Perhaps another time. Okay. That's the runner's shop. Pectoral Cool is here. Twistran, Herbivore. And you can go there apparently. Okay, I'm going back to the dolphin. This is the one I want to talk to. There's something strange about this particular human female. For even though her twisted clothes and stitch are clean, she stinks like garbage, urine and sewage. Greetings, lass. Here for a cool drink or just mingling with the locals? This here is Brynlo. My name is Jaer. What's your name, lass? Morwenna. I tip my glass to you in Morwenna. And welcome to the Diving Dolphin. Even though I've yet to see that dolphin off the front and do any diving. Where are you from? Jaer looks across the table to Brynlo, and a sly smile crosses her face before she answers you. I'm Almraiven, lass, ever since I was born. It's a hard city to live, and it's unlikely I will ever live anywhere else. The city has everything I need. What are you drinking? Jaer takes a long sip of her ale and takes a deep breath. It's dwarven ale, lass. Potent indeed. Brynlo here suggested I try it, and I must say, I'm glad I did. Certainly gets a heart pumping. Brynlo raises his mug and knocks it again. Jaer mugs of ale. This is some of the finest dwarven ale you will ever come across, lass. Imported from the nation of Alrua, the nation southeast of Almraiven. There, deep within the mountains of the North Wall, is a dwarven city that resides in Mount Talat. The potent taste is that of underdark mushrooms, which are grown for the sole purpose of making dwarven ale. There is no other dwarven ale as smooth and strong as what comes from the Talas breweries. Okay, fascinating. Brynlo's beard is wet from getting dipped into his mug of ale whenever he happens to take a drink. He nods as you approach the table.
Lass, I remember you from our last conversation inside of Diving Dolphin. Good to see you again.
He didn't start very well. Brynlo leans towards you and whispers in your ear.
The imported dwarven ale is potent and disease, lass. Might start seeing two of you soon enough.
Brynlo's burp and then takes another drink from his mug. So, how do you know Rilari? Brynlo turns around and takes a quick look at Rilari, who happens to be sitting over at the bar. Her eyes return to fall on yours. Where is she? I can't find her. Never mind.
You know, lass, I happened to bump into her on Loom Avenue. She wasn't looking where I was going. Well, I was lost at the time and wasn't paying attention. She was a wreck too, crying and mumbling while using my beard to wipe her tears. Said she was heading to the villa, so I asked if she could show me the way. Well, I just sat down for a few moments and then you arrived. I know I'd know better than you do, lass.
Okay, well, I don't want to chat too much with him. I've done enough chatting. Except for these two. Oh, yeah. 2 bags. Have some good time. Alright. So apparently it's dangerous to walk at night without a torch, so I'll get back to bed and go to cavern run after. Welcome back, lass. I've learned a few things about Bejala. As I begin to explain to Rune and Jenna that Bejala was studying over the Chamber of Thought, Rune's face begins to change. His eyes fall on you with anger and his face turns into a snarl. Jenna touches his arm and a soothing warmth seems to calm him down. You knew she did not want to follow in your footsteps, Rune, even though she did her best to please you. Her mind was elsewhere, on what she wanted to be.
Although I know my wife is right, I'm not comfortable knowing none from the Evelyn Society has come to speak with us. It is this reason I distrust the art of the arcane. They care only for themselves.
Jenna looks at Rune and then turns her eyes to you. Rune, put your feelings toward the society aside and focus on the answers you've been given. We knew nothing about Bejala sitting at the Chamber of Thought until the kindness of a stranger walked into our home. Perhaps the Evening Society has a good reason as to why they have not come to our home.
Even if they did, I would not want their assistance.
Rune gives you a hard and long look while his fingers brush through his beard. You should know the territory of the Evening Society is watched on a constant basis by their members and crying magic. There are rumors spreading that another society, the Hidden, has vanished from Almraiven. Due to this, all societies are on high alert. Go with care, and use the name of the Circle of Coin Trading Company, as well as Rune and I freely, just in case the Evelyn gives you any trouble. Okay. So, let them know that Bejala was studying in the Chamber of Thought. They've asked me to continue my investigation there and to freely use the Circle of Coin Trading Company name, as well as the name of Rune and Jenna with Jadal, in case the Evelyn give me any problems. I am to head to Bernice's Express in the Emerald Ward. It is there I will find this Chamber of Thought, home to the Evelyn Society of Thinkers, Or can you resume my investigation to the murder of Bachelor Wichita? Okay. But first, I will ask a couple of sellers, vendors, the name. Do you sell anything? No. There is not a street vendor. I find it funny that he calls me ugly human, like a djinn, something. No, he's not selling. No. So he has regions. Ah, maybe I could go to the to this shop, see if I can find jewels. Show me selections. No. 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 Ah. It has cloaks. Ah, can visit some of the elements. Ah, she's the one who eats a lot. New goods. Aha! Fancy trim mirror. Exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, that's good. And maybe I could go to... There are two vendors in the in Loom Avenue. I could try and see what they have. Is it the right way? Yeah, just chips is good. And another one further back. I was looking for a cloak, a mirror, and earrings. Show me a selection. All business. Ah, yeah. It's nice to have. No, it's not selling anything. But maybe he is. Can go pooch. Ah. No. I think that's good.
Hi there.
Yeah. Ah. Sitting on the streets here is an halfling male, wrapped up in light purple cloth that has a hint of dark chocolate in it. His eyes make their way to your pouch of dinars, and then they dart behind you as if it's watching for anyone who might be close by.
Wow, would you look at that bodger hanging from your waist? Your dinners jingle so well, it sings a welcoming tune in my ears. Jingle, jingles in my ears. The halfling male licks a finger as if taking something left over from his last meal. His left eye turns to watch you. Your dinner pouch tell me you didn't come to Almraiven to mix up with us street side. I'll save you some time, alright? You want a villa a few blocks south of here, the Mirrored Ward.
I know about this place. But thanks anyway. Yeah, I've been there. And maybe you can try looking for the objects at Gypsy Rose Way. Have I been there? Okay, so the villa, I've been there. Runs End. Let's try this. Pike ball. Who's that? The growls come from behind the helmet. Even though the face cannot be seen, the muscular build and shape tells you it's a human male sitting here. His hands move slightly and you can hear that he's mumbling from behind his helmet, but you are unable to make out what he's saying. His attempt to remove the helmet fails, as I show you that it's stuck on his head. Without being able to hear and understand him, the conversation soon comes to an end. This is so dumb. Oh, hi? I'm sorry, I've none. Oh yeah, he asked me for money. Oh, she's the girl who... yeah, she's selling object. Not selling, but carrying object. Or unnamed people. What is this? Shot from afar. Oh yeah, they're just selling arrows. I don't think you will be selling anything else. And didn't sell anything. Okay. There's no street vendors here. Okay. Men's recruit perhaps? The eyes of this human male watch you closely as you approach him. His face has a little bit of dirt on it, smudged by his fingers from the look of it.
Well, what do you want? Can't you see I don't want to be bothered? Go try a tavern or local inn if you want to start up a conversation.
Okay. Good day. Oh, how about her? I think she threatened me last time. The very blade that this human female is holding in her hand is turned to his side, so the sharp end is not pointed directly at you. Long dark curls of hair dangle down her face, and gently bows as she moves her head in a slow and silent nod of respect. Oh no, she wasn't the one threatening me. She sniffs the air as you draw close, and her eyes takes in your article of clothing. What do you want? What is your name? I am Jaer, a member of the Five Hunters. An organization from Yeshpek has banded together to slow the growth of the werewolf infestation living in the street here in Almraiven. You, of course, are not one of them. What is the weapon? Jaer glances at the blade and it seems to reflect the light that shines upon it. It is very clean and has strange-looking markings running down its back. They require defense against a werewolf community that has begun to thrive and take hold of the Ruby Ward. It is also a friendly reminder to those hiding in their natural state that I am still watching. Jaer nods her head back to the house behind her. We of the Five Hunters believe the house behind me is a meeting place for members of their community. I am helping this house clean of their filth. It's been empty for weeks, and we want to keep it that way. How can I spot a werewolf? The best way of knowing who is a member of the werewolf community is by the smell they give off. It's a mix of garbage, urine and sewage. Oh, I remember the lady... Okay. Even then, it sometimes isn't enough to pick them out from a crowd. Many street signs smell exactly as a werewolf do, but it's best to carry a silver necklace. If a street side begins to make excuses for avoiding you, it's a good bet they are of the werewolf community.
Where are you from? A long ways from here, from a city on the Lake of Steam called Yeshbek. It is an exhausting journey east across the Alami Mountains. Tell me about this World Folk community. It is a community that is growing from those who escaped Yeshbek. Back in my city, the 5 hunters annihilated their numbers, so we had thought. A small band made to Almraiven and has started to rise once again, possibly breeding an army to take over Yeshbek with their numbers. We feel these World Folks have begun to infect the children, for it's easier for a child to move to the city undetected. Even I could not raise my blade to the throat of a young child. The 5 hunters will not allow this to happen, nor have their filth run free in the street of Morwenna. We will hunt them down and claim the streets once and for all.
Okay. I'd better take you seriously. A lot of people to talk to. Crisp silver eyes watch you approach, but you are unable to sense any sort of emotion coming from them. Even the facial features of his human male remain relaxed. Well, what do you want? What's your name? Palish is my name, lass. What name do you go by, stranger? Morwenna. The pleasure is all mine, Morwenna. Well then, what can I do for you? Why are you sitting here? Let's just say I've been asked to. Palish turns his attention to the street once again, his eyes darting from one person to the next. Where are you from? Palish darts his eyes back to the street and then returns his gaze to you before he answers. I'm from Almraiven. Move from ward to ward for the most part, staying with friends and at times family. Okay. Woods and goods. I think I've been here. Maybe he has a clock. If I'm lucky, he has one. Show me the selection. Nope. Thought so. Dark tan color of skin for this human female glistened in the warm sunlight, and her body is perspiring to keep cool. She runs her hand through her Roman chair as you approach, and brown eyes soon follow you. So, what can I do for you? What's your name? Why do you ask? Are you looking for someone inferior by chance? Hope not, because that's me. I swear I didn't steal the swordfish from the merchant. Do I look like I'm strong enough to carry around such a big fish? And what do you think I'd tuck it? Between my legs? I had nothing to do with it. Nothing! What's this about the swordfish? Hey, what did I just tell you? It wasn't me. Some blasted merchant in trade ward claims someone has been stealing his fish at night, breaking into his cold storage chest and leaving them empty for when he opens up shop in the morning. 3 sides are being pegged for it, so I'm just clearing my name. It wasn't me, got that? Where could I find this merchant? You've got me. All I've heard from a few local street sides is that the merchant somewhere in the trade ward is blaming street sides on the theft of his swordfish. What's been spreading like wildfire through the street side community, considering none of the street side can claim to it. That way we will either. Where are you from? A smile and a laugh breaks from the lips of the human female. I'm from all over Almraiven, lass. I slept in piles of garbage, and even in tent full of holes. A lot of good that did me. You're looking at another thick street side. What can I do for you? Okay, nothing. I want her. This human female watches you carefully with her one eye as you approach. A slight breeze in the street causes her dress to sway from one side to the other. She pats herself down, and as she does so, small beads that dangle from the dress gently glitters in the light, as well as make a small jingling sound. Pardon me, lass, but do you believe in ghosts? Yes. You see, fireman, these are those who believe in ghosts. I've been telling you I'm not crazy, but you just won't listen. I never said I wasn't listening to what you were saying, Ara. I simply said I didn't believe in ghosts. I'm sure there's a perfect explanation for the sounds in your home. Perhaps the pipe has been the foundation of your home, and some of the support beams have water damage and are slowly coming apart. But ghosts haunting your home? Unlikely. The only time I believed in ghosts was when I was a young child. My father would tell us tales to scare us. There are more things to fear on the street, Ara, so why don't you go back home before you rob those clothes you wear? I have some dinners to collect, so I'm heading over to the run, try my luck there. Not many pickings in the ruby wars as of late. Ara waves and as Fusions leaves, Ara turns her attention to you. Tell me about this ghost. I've seen them. In the dead of the night they come out, moving through one room to the next, haunting my home. Mind you, at first I was just a bump on the floor or a door would open and close. The longer I lived in the home, the more frequent the visit became. It's been a few weeks now since I've emptied my home of my belongings. I thought perhaps it was because I was living there and the ghost did not care for me. Even then, it did not stop the visiting spirit. I'd locked the place up so the house isn't used by the street side or the children as a place to live. Ghosts are not friendly, and they certainly don't go out of their way to be heard and seen in the long hours of night. Maybe. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from around here. I'm living in my home city, and the only city I've known for all my life. Where is your home? My home is located in the trade ward on House Lane, but a short distance away from the populated Brynlo. I'll find out what haunts your home. Well, lass, I already know what haunts my home. I've seen and heard the ghosts that room the room. Even the basement isn't a welcoming place anymore. You're welcome to look around, but as I've said already, the house is empty now. I sold much of the furniture that I own, but I'm afraid selling the home would be difficult, as long as it remains haunted. I'm staying at the Spitting Camel, an inn located in Morwenna's End in the Enclave Ward. Here's a key to my own. If you're able to stop the ghost from appearing, I have some dinners I can offer you, but nothing more. Thanks for looking into this. By the way, I didn't catch your name. Morwenna. Well then, Morwenna, good luck. I hope you're not afraid of ghosts. Considering I work with dead people all the time, I would say no. He ran his home. Within goods. Okay. It's Polish in the human male. Hello. Moment, class. You may rest here? Oh? Really? Okay. Oh, maybe the kid has something to sell. As you approach this young boy, you can hear that his voice is cracking with excitement as he speaks with the man he stands before. But that might stop me, but it's not going to keep Riley off your back, you got that? You think I'm here to rob you? I'm here to help you! The young boy notices that you've been listening and turns towards you. Do you mind? The boy turns once again to the man, whose eyes are darting around the street, as if he's expecting something to happen. You don't do your task, your lip. Those clothes you wear will be the only articles you own. It takes your shop, your goods, and your identity. You want to continue to dress in fine cloth, then you step it up. Want to dress like a street side, and you continue to avoid him. Rotten Rise is fed up with you. He gives you a task to do, so finish it, because if you don't, he promised me I'd be the last one to ever give you a friendly warning. I don't work for Riley anymore. My services was owned and protected by the malevolent tricksters. I'm sure your boss isn't going to want to mess with that, is he? Riley will have the nightshade come after you, and I aren't afraid of anyone. Think about it, Julep, but don't take too long. Young boy takes a good look at you, then becomes lost in the buzz of the street as he walks off. Well, just what I needed.
Someone has to come along and learn about my business.
What was that all about? Yulip stretches his face and continues to eye the moving street.
Business. Bad business with the wrong type of man.
Yulip begins to mumble to himself while waiting for you to speak up. Who is Watson Riley? Yulip gives you a good look over before he answers.
Runs a lilac loft over in the villa. Hands out odd jobs to those who receive the password to his establishment. Even if you're thinking of asking, lass, I'll tell you now. I don't know what the password is anymore, as it keeps on changing, and frankly, I don't want to know it ever again.
Who are the malevolent tricksters?
The malevolent tricksters is top gear there in Almraiven, lass. If you're looking to join, you can forget it.
Yulip smirks slightly as he looks over your frame.
I don't think it's something you'll have to worry about, lass.
What's a nightshade? Yulip tilts his head up and looks toward the sky.
A foul group that consists of night hunters and shadow lurkers. If you walk the street at night, a clove or two of garlic in your pocket certainly wouldn't hurt.
Ah, vampires then.
Thanks for distracting one of Riley's runners, by the way, and putting him off balance. I won't forget that, lass. Now, if you don't mind, I think I'll be leaving myself. I have that feeling that particular ward isn't going to be safe for me to roam much longer.
Okay. And the backwood stitch. She could have earrings. Maybe. He could have earrings.
I see you have a new look. Excellent. Take a look at the fashion and style of the ruby ward. You'll find it here at the backward stitch.
Nope. Basic robe. That would suit me. An expensive robe too. Yeah. I've better things to do with my money. Name. Hello. Night shadows and lack of light hide this selfie male very well, as does the mask that he wears across his face. Only his eyes can clearly be seen, and they playfully shimmer at you, watching your every move.
It looks as if I have some company tonight after all. A crisp night indeed for a stroll, but even a better night for some business. So, what do you want, streetwalker?
What sort of business do you offer?
Nothing like Tulip and Nina, who spends the evening standing on corners. You can think of me as a collector of goods. I guarantee you that my prices are lower compared to the shops and other merchants you come across during the day. If you have the dinners, I've got the time.
Show me the goods. Please, please, please have earrings. Yes! Haha! Change a pair of old-looking earrings. Instead, he grabs back a dust, glitters as he moves the earrings from left to right. Yes! Okay. Haha. Right. Saving. I'm talking to one last person, then I'll go home. You quickly notice that the eyes of this off-envied male has already checked you and is surrounding out well before you reach him. The leather hilts of throwing daggers rest quietly along his thighs and shoulders. His fingers twitch now and then, ready to strike at the moment's notice. I'm Elthorian, firstborn to Gederwestwen of Everesca, and son of Paliu, merchant and trader of the 7 spires of Iriabor. Warmth of autumn shine on you. Elthorian watches you. His fingers twitch and are only a few inches away from his daggers. Why all the throwing daggers? A requirement when one happens to work the street of Almraiven, and more so when that work is during the night. One of my girls was attacked and cut up pretty bad by one of her customers. Blasted man cut out her tongue, slashed her face.
just a big mess. I'm not making many dinners with just tulip and Nina out on the street, and I have to protect my investments, though that's why I'm out here during the night now.
Any idea what this man looked like?
His blades would be stained with blood if I knew that, and it was Windra not having a tongue to speak about the incident. I don't have anything to go on.
Perhaps I can help you find this man.
Perhaps. Although, like I said, I have nothing to go on, except what Windra saw that night. If you're up to it, you can go and see Windra at home, but a little good that would do. I had gone by a few nights ago, but her brother did not permit me to see her. He knows who I am, and isn't very fond of what I do for a living. He blames me for not protecting his sister. He might speak with you, though, since you're not related to the business we work in. Anyhow, Windra lives over on the Buenos End, located near Merwood Ward.
Okay, another quest. I got a lot of quests now. And I need to go home. Loom Avenue. Okay, I want to try one last district before ending the video. And that would be the Ben Hayes Express, Cavern Run. I've been there. Gypsy Rose Way. I have not been there, I don't think so. Horseshoe Lane, been there. Mandrake Wood. Yeah, I've been to Mandrake Wood. Horseshoe Lane. Maybe not. No one. Well, let's try Gypsy Rose Way. Ah, yeah, there's a trader here. The shed. Oh no, it's not a trader. No. Jar of lies. What been what it is? Here's the regions. And I'm looking for a clock. I love the music here. The shed, street sign, and jar flies. Oh yeah, I need to. Okay. Well, I guess I could go to. Went to the villa, then his express. Saving game. Okay. So this is where I will find the Chamber of Thought and hopefully more street vendors. So yeah, there's a lot of things to look around in this place, so I'm just gonna save now and Next time I will take the time to talk to as many people as I can and try to find the clock. Or maybe I can try to find it directly. No, I'll do that later. Okay, so I thank you very much for watching and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.